Daddy said it wouldn't hurt. The words slipped out of Emma's trembling lips, so soft that Claire almost thought she'd imagined them. But the child's hand pressing against her back and the tears streaking down her cheeks made it real. Claire's stomach turned cold as ice. "Sweetheart, what did he make you do?" she whispered, crouching to meet Emma's eyes. The little girl winced. "He told me to carry the big boxes from the garage. He said I needed to be strong. But it hurt. It still hurts." Claire's hands shook as she brushed away Emma's curls. 7 years old, and she was already broken down by the man who should have protected her. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Emma's voice cracked. "He said if I told, he'd make it worse. And Mommy wouldn't believe me. She loves him." Claire's chest ached. She had lived through this before, not in marble mansions, but in her own childhood. Back then, no one had stepped in. She had sworn she'd never stand by again. The door groaned open, and Richard's shadow filled the library. His expensive suit clung to his tall frame, and his cold blue eyes sliced across the room. "What are you doing on the floor with her?" Claire rose quickly, pulling Emma behind her. "She's hurt. She's crying." "What did you make her do?" Richard laughed, sharp and cruel. "She's being dramatic. A little weight won't kill her. Builds character. She's 7. Claire shot back, her voice unsteady but strong. Her back could be damaged forever. His smirk deepened. "Careful, Claire. You're the help. You clean. You don't lecture me." Claire's throat burned with anger. "You told her it wouldn't hurt, but she can barely stand. That's not building strength. That's abuse." Richard's eyes darkened. "Abuse? No. Reality. She isn't even mine. My wife begged for this adoption, not me. She wanted it, so I agreed. But I won't let a spoiled brat grow up in my house unless she learns the hard way. If she can't handle it, she doesn't belong here." The words landed like a blade. Emma wasn't his blood, and he didn't care if she broke under his roof. The child whimpered behind Claire, clutching tighter at her skirt. Claire knelt again, her voice soft but certain. "You don't have to carry anything for him ever again. Do you hear me? Not ever." Richard's voice thundered from above. "Step away from her. She's my responsibility, not yours." Claire's eyes locked on his. "No, my responsibility is keeping her safe, and you're hurting her." He stepped closer, his polished shoes striking the rug. "And what will you do? Call my wife? She'll never believe you. She wanted this child. She trusts me. One word from me, and you're fired. Out on the street." Emma's tiny hand tugged Claire's sleeve. Her whisper barely rose above the pounding silence. "Please, don't leave me." Claire's fear hardened into resolve. She pulled out her phone, her thumb hovering over the numbers. "I'm not going anywhere. And neither are the police until they've spoken to you." Richard's face drained of color. "You stupid woman. Do you have any idea what you've just done?" His voice quivered with rage as he jabbed a finger at her. "I have lawyers, judges, police captains who owe me favors. You think dialing 911 will matter? I'll walk away clean. But you..." He sneered at her, then at Emma. "She'll rot in some foster dump, and you'll be scrubbing toilets in some back alley motel." Emma whimpered, pressing herself tighter against Claire's side. Claire wrapped her arm around the child, pressing the phone to her ear with the other. "Don't listen to him, sweetheart. You're safe now." Richard's fury boiled. "You can't scare me. Money talks louder than you ever will." Claire's jaw tightened, her voice like iron. "If money won every time, no child in this country would be safe. But I won't let you win. Not today." For the first time, Richard hesitated. Not because of her words, but because, for once in his empire of control, someone dared to fight back. "You're nothing here. Nothing but a servant pretending to matter." Richard's face burned crimson, his voice cutting through the library like glass. He jabbed a finger toward Claire. "Do you know what this house cost me? Do you know the weight of my name? You'll regret this." The sound of screeching tires outside cut him short. Gravel crunched. Doors slammed. Moments later, 2 uniformed officers stepped into the grand library, the butler trailing nervously behind them, wringing his hands. Richard straightened instantly, smoothing his jacket, a smile flashing across his face as if he'd been waiting to greet honored guests. "Officers, thank God you're here. This woman has been poisoning the child with lies. She's unstable. I should have dismissed her weeks ago, but I let my wife's bleeding heart keep her around. Now she's wasting your time." The older officer's eyes moved past him, landing on Emma. She still clutched her lower back, her cheeks streaked with tears. His tone softened. "Sweetheart, did someone hurt you?" Claire knelt, her hand on Emma's shoulder. It's okay, honey. You can tell them. Emma swallowed hard, her small voice breaking. Daddy said it wouldn't hurt, but he made me carry the heavy boxes. It hurts. It hurts so much. She sobbed and buried her face in Claire's chest. The silence that followed was suffocating. The younger officer bent down, gently lifting the hem of Emma's blouse. Purple bruises spread across her small back, ugly and undeniable. He drew in a sharp breath and stood. Sir, the officer said, his voice clipped, we're going to need you to come with us. Richard's polished mask cracked. He barked out a hollow laugh. Bruises? Children bruise all the time. Do you even know who I am? You'll lose your jobs for this. My attorneys will gut this ridiculous accusation before sunrise. The younger officer snapped open a pair of handcuffs. Your attorneys can say whatever they like in court. Right now, you're under arrest for child endangerment and abuse. Richard stepped back, palms up, panic slipping through his arrogance. No, you don't understand. I'm untouchable. This house, this name, this fortune, it means something. I'll be out before dinner. Before the cuffs could close, a voice rang out from the hallway. Firm. Female. Unshakable. Not this time. Every head turned. Laura stood at the doorway, her travel coat still on, her suitcase at her feet. Her face was pale, her eyes wide, her voice steady as stone. She had come back early, pulled home by Claire's urgent message. Emma's eyes lit through the tears. Mommy. She stumbled forward, pain halting her steps, until Claire caught her gently and guided her into her mother's waiting arms. Laura held her daughter tight, pressing trembling lips against her hair. She pulled back only enough to search Emma's tear-stained face. What happened, baby? Through sobs, Emma repeated the words that had shattered the silence before. Daddy said it wouldn't hurt, but it did. Laura's breath caught. Her hands shook as she hugged Emma tighter. Then her gaze shifted, sharp as a blade, onto Richard. I left her with you. I trusted you. And this is what you did. Richard's tone softened instantly, syrupy and desperate. Laura, listen. She's exaggerating. You wanted her, not me. I was only trying to make her stronger. Stronger? Laura's voice broke into a cry, anger laced with grief. By breaking her back? By breaking her spirit? He tried to speak again, but the officer stepped between them, firm hand on Richard's arm. Laura's eyes filled, not just with sorrow but with rage turned inward. This is my fault. I thought your money meant you were a good man. I thought your name meant safety. I was wrong. She kissed Emma's forehead again, whispering, never again. I will never let him hurt you again. Her gaze lifted to Claire. She reached out and clasped her hand tight. Thank you. Thank you for seeing what I refused to see. Thank you for being braver than me. Claire's throat tightened. I just did what anyone should have done. Laura shook her head firmly. No. From this moment, you're not just a maid in this house. You're the reason my daughter still has a chance. Richard's voice thundered from behind the officers as they forced his wrists together. You'll regret this, Laura. You can't walk away from me. Money fixes everything. But the older officer shoved him toward the door. Not today. Not this time. You'll answer for this in court. No money, no favors, no escape. His threats echoed down the hall as he was dragged out, growing weaker with every step. The mansion, once oppressive with his power, now stood heavy with silence. Laura gathered Emma close, her voice low but final. We're not staying here. This house was never a home. It's just walls built on lies. Claire carried the small bag she had packed in a hurry and walked beside them, steadying Emma with her other arm. Together, the three of them stepped through the wide front doors into the cool evening air. For the first time, Richard's wealth had failed him. For the first time, truth was louder than his name. And in her mother's embrace, protected by Claire's courage, Emma whispered words that made Laura's tears fall freely. It still hurts, but I know I'm safe now.